Hey everyone, it is Dave. Welcome in. It is time for modules 5 and 6. Module 5 covers one lecture, which is on motion, but then we have a documentary. So make sure to set enough time aside for the documentary. It's about an hour and a half long, but it's a great film about this older lady who buys a Pollock painting at a thrift store. And she doesn't know who Pollock is, and she buys it for $5. Today she's asking $50 million for it. So we can follow along Terry Horton's story in terms of authenticating this painting, and of course the documentary is open-ended. Is it a real Pollock? That's left up to you. So I hope you enjoy the film. The second module deals with the last of the formal elements and principles of design of this semester. We move on from this topic. Next week we're going to be dealing with modern art, and that is, I think, everything I need to tell you about. We have a museum project this week. It is virtual. I don't have you go to a physical museum, but I do have you spend some time on some websites and filling out a worksheet. And then, of course, a regular quiz in that second module. So let's head over to the Canvas site, and I'll explain everything for the next two modules. All right, here we are on the Canvas site. We're going to head into Module 5 first. And up top, we have our video. We've got our introduction, my office hours on Wednesday. Our one and only lecture for the week is on motion and the illusion of motion. We've got the study guide, and then in the further exploration section, we do have a few different things to watch. Nude Descending a Staircase is one of the paintings we've talked about already in this class that deals with abstract art. But this explains a little bit more of the figures being superimposed upon itself. In the lecture, we talk about kinetic art. This is a kinetic artwork, Metropolis 2. And then we also talk a lot about Jackson Pollock and action painting in the lecture. So Jackson Pollock is also going to be the focus of our documentary this week. We've got a video of him actually painting here. That's the only existing one that I know about. And then also we have a great film if you ever get the chance to watch it after the semester is over. Pollock came out in the year 2000. It was up for Best Picture, a whole bunch of Academy Award nominations, and it's just a terrific film on the life of Jackson Pollock. And also we've got the trailer, and we've got a little segment from the film. Now, the fun part of this week is we have a documentary. Who the F is Jackson Pollock? So this is an embedded film, so you'll just give it to just a moment to load. And then it's all closed captioned and everything. You can play it from here. There is a YouTube version of this film that is edited, so none of the cuss words are in there. If you want to go to YouTube and watch it there, that's fine. But this is the full-length film, and again, closed captioned. With that, we have a movie guide. And the movie guide is exactly like one of our study guides, but it is slightly different. And this is also going to be the journal entry for this week. So all the individuals here are in order of appearance, and these are just the major players in the film. What do you put down here? Your thoughts and ideas about the character. So you're going to definitely write more about Terry Horton than you are Nick Carone. But Nick Carone is a fairly often interviewed person in the film. So you may put some thoughts about him down. What's most important, though, is the questions here at the end. Do you think Terry's painting is an authentic Jackson Pollock painting? The documentary debates scholarship and science. Which one, in this case, deserves more credibility? Division amongst the social classes. Is there anyone we can trust? The idea of authorship. Things like that you want to spend a little bit more time thinking about. And I would definitely read through the movie guide first before you watch the film. You, again, are going to submit this for your journal entry this week, and there are several questions, I think 6 questions, on the quiz, which is going to be next week. So the journal, this is just another place where you can get the movie guide. But again, just a little bit of explanation there. And then let's see. The further exploration has a little video about Terry and the museum project. So this week we're going to be doing a little bit different project. We normally do discussion boards, but there's about 2 or 3 times throughout the semester where we don't, where we do kind of a more independent project, and this is one of them. So what I would like you to do is to take some time to virtually visit 2 museums. Just spend some time on their websites and see what's available to you. You get to choose the museums. They do have to be focused on art. So a rock and roll museum, a space museum, not appropriate for this project. But I've given you a list down here of some of the major ones that I was thinking about, but you're more than welcome to do any of the other museums throughout the world. Again, as long as they're focused on art, that is totally fine. And you're going to fill out a museum worksheet. So here, you can just type right into this when you download it. It is a standard Word document. So you're going to type out the museum name, the website, the physical address of the museum. Talk about the landing page, the first page that you see. Is it inviting? The menu bar, you're going to talk about that. What options do you have once you get to the museum's website? After you've gone and researched and moved throughout the website, how was the navigation? What were the best parts of the site? What areas of the site needed improvement? What is the favorite type of art that the museum contained and why? Which may be one of the reasons why you went to that museum. If you were interested, for instance, in Latin American art, this is why I went to the Latin American Museum here in Long Beach. What was your favorite work from the museum? And you want to provide a picture of it here as well. You'll describe it, why you like it, and an area for you to talk about other things that are not listed above, summation, things like that. So that's what you're going to fill out. Don't forget to press save, because it is amazing, about 10% of the worksheets that I see uploaded are blank, or at least incomplete. So please make sure you have saved it correctly. If you need Microsoft Word, it is available to you from our IT department. You get Microsoft Office for free. An example of a completed worksheet is here, and this is from a really good past student. However, it's a little too good. So we've got a little bit more than 3 pages, 3 1/3. But you can see that the images are embedded. Everything looks beautiful. We've got the hyperlink here. You don't need to do 3 1/3 pages. You at least need to do 2, if not a little bit more. I would feel comfortable with 2, 2.5 pages. Should get you a pretty decent score on this project. So a list of museums to their websites, and then the project due dates. So February 23rd is the official due date, but I do allow a grace period that I don't really mark things down. So you do have until March 2nd, but please don't wait until the last minute to submit this project. Again, due date will be the 23rd, but if you need until the 2nd, you do have that option. This is one of the more important projects of the semester. It is worth 40 points. That's going to wrap up the first module for this week. Now, the second module finishes out the formal elements and principles of design. So we've got scale, repetition, and unity, the study guide. We also have one video under the further exploration. Please watch that. We have the lecture on balance and the study guide. We have the emphasis and focal point lecture and study guide. No further exploration sections on those. Journal number 6 focuses on Andy Warhol, who was a very, let's say, interesting person. And what I'm going to have you do is download and read through some of his diary entries, some of these really interesting quotes and paragraphs, ideas, and then talk about 2 of them. So place the first quote that you want to write about, and then leave a space and type your response to it. What are your thoughts? What are your reflections when you read some of the things that he wrote? Some of them are really great, and others are really out there. So choose to write about them in terms of what you felt about them. So that is the journal entry for this week. We also have a quiz. So the quiz, just like all the other quizzes, covers 2 modules, covers modules 5 and 6. It covers the documentary, motion, scale, balance, and focal point. 20 questions, 20 minutes. And that, my friends, is everything for the next 2 weeks. If you have questions, of course, I have office hours every Wednesday and email Monday through Friday. And I will look forward to seeing you soon with modules 7 and 8. That'll already put us halfway through the semester. So I will see you then.